Assalamu alaikum. My name is Fatima Khan. I am from BS Biochemistry. Today my topic is water waste treatment of tanneries. First of all, we will discuss what are tanneries. In tanneries, basically there are two concepts. First is tanning and the second one is tanneries. Tanning is a process of converting skin and hide of animals to produce leather, and tanneries is the place where the skin are processed. So tanning is the one of the oldest industry in the world. During the ancient time, tanning activities are organized to meet the local demand of leather, footwear, drum, and the musical instrument. Basically, in tanning, the skin of the animal is converted into the leather, which is used for the footwear, drum, and the musical instrument. With the growth of population, the increasing requirement of the leather and its product lead to the establishment of the great commercial tanneries. There are different method and process to make tanneries. Two methods are adopted for tanning of raw hides and skin. The question rises, what are hides? Hides are the large size animal skin like cow, buffalo, and horse. So vegetable tanning and the chrome tanning are the two methods. The production process in the tanning can be split into the four major categories, which are hide and skin storage and beam house operation, tan yard operation, post tanning operation, and the finishing operation. Next, the further explanation on tanneries. Tanneries are typically characterized as the pollution intensive industry complex which generate widely varying high strength water waste. Variability of tanneries water waste are not only from the fill and dry type operation associated with the tanning process, but also with the different procedures used for hide production, tanning, and finishing. During the tanning process, at least about 30 kg chemical are added per ton of the hides. During the tanning process, about 30 kg chemicals are added per liter. So the tanning effluents are is among one of the dangerous pollutant for our environment and for our industries. The major problem are due to the water waste containing the high metal, toxic chemicals, chloride, line, and the other affected chemicals. Tanneries generate water waste in the range of 30 to 35 liter kg skin hide process with a variable pH and the high concentration of suspended solids BOD, COD tans include the chromium. Next we have the flow chart which explain the process of tanning, how hides is converted into the leather. Further, the production of fresh hide has been estimated at about 88 to 9 million ton per year. During the process of these hide, a total of 1.4 million ton of solid is produced. Tanning water waste is lightly. Next, we have a nature of tannery water waste. So, the tannery water waste is slightly alkaline in the nature, ranging between pH 7.5 to 8.5. It is because of mixing of acidic liquor from the pickling and chrome tanning. Effluent with the alkaline liquors from the beam house operations. Next, we have to preserve hide from various methods. There is some important processes to preserve the hides and the skin of animal. So first of all, we have soaking. Soaking is a process which remove the salt and impurities from the skin and hide and preserve the raw hide regain their normal water retent and preserve the dust, moisture, and blood. Next, we have fleshing and trimming. In this process, unnecessary tissue is removed. Unhair is done by the chemical dissolution of the hair and epidermis with an alkaline medium of the sulfate and lime. When after skinning at the hides appear to contain the excess meat, fleshing usually precedes unhair and lining. Next, we have bedding and pickling. Bedding is a process in which unhair alkaline hydrates are neutralized with the acid ammonium salt and treated with the enzyme. In this process, the hair remove to regrade the proteins. These are found in the digestive system. During this process, the hair roots and the pigments are removed. The hides become somewhat softer by this enzyme treatment. Next we have pickling. Pickling increases the acidity of the hides to the pH of 3, enabling chrome tanning to enter the hides. Salt are added to preserve the hides from the smelling. For preserve process, 0.03 to 2 weight percent fungicides and bactericides are applied. Next, if the tanning are processed salt hide, then the biggest salt component in the water waste is always the NaCl from the hide and skin production. The process we discussed previous, uh, pickling and chromium tanning is accomplished after the delimiting and bedding in the same drum. Pickling and tanning is considered as the most important fluting process in the tanning operate due to the presence of untreated basic chrome sulfate in the form of Cr3. In the tanning process, about 25 to 30% of the total chrome used through the water waste. Next, we have some important method of tanning. First, we have chrome tanning, and the next is vegetable tanning. First of all, we will discuss what is chrome tanning. Chrome tanning used as a solution of chemical, salt, acids to tan the hides. It is very quick process taking about a day to produce a piece of tan leather. All the hides then come out looking light blue, known as the wet blue. The chromium tanned hides contain about 2 to 3 dry weight percent of Cr3 positive, known as wet blue. The raw hide after the chrome tanning process has about 40% of the dry matter. After all the chrome tanning, the raw hides are converted into the 40% of the dry matters. Next we have vegetable tanning. Vegetable tanning is generally a time consuming process which is require highly skilled craftsmen, which include soaking hides in the large bath of concentrating tans over a course of several months. It is used for the special process of heavy leather to make the shoes, soles, and belts, etc. This shows that after the tanning, the skin of the animals is converted into this type of leather after the vegetable tanning, and after the chromium tanning the skin of hide is converted into this type of leather. Next we have some chemicals which is used in the tanning. These are sodium chloride, sodium sulfate, caustic soda, ammonium chloride, ammonium sulfate, basic sulfates, and a lot of chemicals which is used in the tanning. Next we have water waste treatment of tanneries. After all the process like soaking, trimming, pickling, a lot of waste are produced which affect our environment very badly. To protect our environment from this type of effect, we use the water waste treatment of tanneries. First of all, we will discuss the tanneries water waste characteristic. What are the characteristic of water waste tanneries? So we will discuss the characteristic of tanneries water waste vary considerably from tanneries to tanneries, depend on the size of tanneries, chemicals used for the specific process, amount of water used, and the type of final product produced by the tanneries. Tanneries water waste are basically basic and their high organic content can cause considerable environment pollutants. The pH value of tanneries water waste range from 7.5 to 10. Tanneries water waste are organized and characterized mainly by the measurement of biochemical oxygen demands, which is known as the BOD, and the chemical oxygen demand, which is known as the COD, and further suspended solids and the total dissolved solid, chromium and the sulfate. These are very important chemicals and measurements in the waterways tanneries. Tanneries waterways is highly complex and characterized by the high contact of the organic and inorganic nitrogenous compound, chromium, sulfate, suspended solids, and the dissolved solids. The treatment of tanneries waterways is carried out by the physical or biological combination of these methods. Further, we will discuss the chemical or physical treatments or the biological treatments of water waste. Treatment of water waste tanneries. The first method to treat the water waste tanneries are screen, which is also known as the screening. This is a process which is required to remove the flashing hair and the other floating metals. Screening can be used for manufacture of glue or recover the hair flashing or fats. After the screening process, the hairs is used for the fats and used for the manufacture of glue. Next we have sedimentation, which is known as the 4-or process. It is very effective and 90% of and used for 90% removal of solid. It can be contain flow or full and broad type. No acceptable reduction in the total dissolved solid, chemical oxygen demand, biological oxygen demand occur in this process. Primary treatments, however, water waste can be dissolved easily. Next we have coag- coagulation, chemical coagulation. Coagulation like the alum, ferric oxides, ferric chloride, ferrous sulfate can be used. Ferrous sulfate is the effective for the color chromium sulfate removal for the chrome tan waste. Alum is used with the neutralization of CO2 or acids. In the chemical coagulation, chromium sulfates, ferrous sulfate, CO2, and ferric chloride are very important. Next, we have biological treatments. How tanning water waste is treated by the biological treatments. Treatment in the ASP when the water waste is mixed with the sewage is feasible. About 90% remove of bio-oxygen demand and the chemical oxygen demand is possible. Chromium removal is necessary before biological treatment. In the biological treatment, chromium removal is necessary. Tracking filter can also be used. Anaerobic filters 90% chemical oxygen demand and the 90 to 97% bio-oxygen demand removed can be obtained at the 12 hole. Low cost treatment is also very important and also very valid in this process, such as oxidizing ponds, anaerobic ponds, followed by the aerated logging can be used. These are the this biological treatment is very important in the tanning treatment. For this treatment, all the solids, all the waste can be treated. Thank you.